One statement. Wow, I am not this grass body, I am separate from it. I am not the subtle body and I am separate from it. But the association with this subtle body is so strong that yes, you will repeat this statement with me. I am not subtle body, I am separate from the subtle body. And yet you are living as a subtle body. It's not about repeating after me. In my childhood, I was fortunate to be in the company of a Mahatma who used to make us repeat these statements. Have a little sample now. So you just repeat after me. I am not body, I am separate from body. I am not Gyanindri, I am separate from Gyanindri. I am not senses of action, I am separate from senses of action. I am not mind intellect, I am separate from mind intellect. I am not the chitta and the ego, I am separate from chitta and the ego. Did it change anything for you? Didn't. But the path is to understand it clearly. The physical changes of the grass body are evident. You all must have your picture of childhood when you were baby, 5, 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years, 40, whatever your age. You must have some old pics. Body has drastically changed, right or wrong? Actually, some of the pictures, you can fight with somebody, the person would say, it's you, and so, no, I can't look like this. So chubby boy. Oh no, it's you. No, I'm so thin. But you were not at that time. Somebody brought me a picture and they said, we got your childhood picture. I said, no. She said, no, yes. And she shows me a picture in which one of my disciples, my disciple, is holding her son in that picture, and she says, this is you and this is your mom. I said, you are crazy. That's neither my mom and neither this is me. He said, but I got it from internet. I said, don't believe that. That's not me. And just a few days ago, somebody from the family sent me my childhood photo. Should be 5 years old in that picture. It's a family photo, father, mother, elder sister, brother, and me. And you know what? I am not looking at the camera, I am looking on the side. And they said, where are you looking? I said, well, there was this beautiful doll. I was more interested in that, not in that cameraman saying, look and say cheese. I said, I remember this body when it was 3 years old, 2 years old, 4 years old. So you don't bring me an odd photo and say it is you. Oh, I'm sorry. So don't be. The changes of the grass body are very evident, but the changes of the subtle body are too difficult. And so how will you know? One, I give you this exercise to do, which you can do it even now. Your eyes are seeing, and behind these eyes is the mind which is seeing, and behind the mind is you who is seeing and witnessing the seeing of the mind and the seeing of the eyes and seeing of that object. What happens is, you get so involved in the object, you have totally forgotten your eyes. Do you ever recall seeing your eyes through which the seeing is happening? It's little, subtle thing what I'm saying. Okay, do this small thing for me. Close your eyes. Now I'm making a beautiful mudra. Am I looking good? Why? Because you can't see. Okay, look. To see, you need to open your eyes. But now when you are seeing, can you see the seeing of the eyes? Every time your eyes blink, watch it. Feel it. Every time your eye pupil moves from like my finger to my face, feel the moving of the eyeball. See the seeing of the eye. And behind the eye is the mind. And you are not mind, and observe the mind. Are you doing it, what I'm asking you to do? Feel the breath which is going in and out. Be totally aware of the breath which is moving in and out. Feel the placement of your hands wherever they are. Feel the touch of the clothing which this body is wearing. Feel the taste, whatever is there in your mouth. Listen to my voice, but feel the listening of your ears. And the mind is understanding. And observe this understanding of the mind too. When I am quiet, then listen to the silence of this hall or your room. Breathe in and feel the movement of your chest, stomach, back, shoulders. Observe whether the breath is coming through one nose or the two noses, both nostrils, equally, or is it coming from just one nostril? Focus on your nostrils. The body is being observed. Your senses are being observed. The mind is being observed. And you are the observer. If your mind is quiet, then see the quietude. If your mind is thinking, then see the thoughts. If your mind is blank, then see the blankness. If your knees or back are hurting, then feel that. And if your mind is enjoying, then feel that. So the senses which are observing the Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, sight, sound, smell, touch, Now, for a change, don't focus on the object. Focus on your eyes. As you are listening to me, focus on your ears. Are you with me? This body is not you. This senses is not you. This thinking mind is not you. The mind which is rejoicing this moment is not you. The intellect which is understanding is not you. You are Atma. You are Satchitananda. Truthful, ever blissful, conscious. You are the conscious one. So you are not the subtle body. Now see, what has happened is, the association with the subtle body is so strong that you can't see the difference and distinction in between the subtle body and you. So it's not about saying mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham. It's all about experiencing it and encountering this truth. This is not about repeating in your head, I am Satchidananda, I am Satchidananda. It's a foolish. I was reading a great Swami, Akhandanand Maharaj, was visited by another great Swami. So Swami Akhandanand said to this visiting Swami, Shivoham. And this Swami said, Sarvoham. Sarv means all. It's not just about repeating Shivoham, I am Shiva. Shiva means the ever conscious. Shiva doesn't mean Mahadev. Shiva means ever conscious. But still we call Shiva Shankar because Shankar always lives in this very experience. And that is Sarva. All. Hum. I am all. Tattvamasi. I am the substratum. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the infinitum. But the association with the grass and the subtle body is so strong. Hence you don't see yourself as you are, but you are more obsessing about the reflected self. Reflected self where? The reflected self is where? In the mind. So mind and the reflection have become one. And so whatever occurs in the mind you think has occurred in me. See, somebody goes to a Gyani, a knowledgeable person goes to a, say, Sri Krishna temple. When the devotee goes in all humbleness, he says, Papoham, I am the sinner and you are the God. I surrender to thee. And then, with the grace of the Guru, the highest knowledge, the Brahm Vidya is received, and the devotee and the Bhagavan leave the duality, and the Bhakta is so overwhelmed with the devotion of Krishna that Krishna and the devotee become one. And the Bhakta, the devotee who went in saying, I am the sinner, I surrender to thee, Papoham, Papoham. But with this union and realization that there aren't two existences, there is just one existence, the devotee yells out, Krishnaham, I am the Krishna. But once this experience goes deeper, then there is no need even to say or repeat the words Sarvoham or Shivoham or Aham Brahmasmi. Then there is a stoic silence in the mind. The veil of the ignorance is lifted. But how will that happen? Only then when you understand, observe, experience that you are not the subtle body. But in general, every jiva, every individual soul is filled with the ajnana, the ignorance. Hence they see this subtle body as me. But it's not. Now these attributes of the subtle body will take into, what happens is all the tendencies of the mind pertaining to the three gunas are also seen as me. Like mind can be in equanimity. Then person says, I am in equanimity. Mind is in attachment. Then person says, I am very attached to my daughter, to my son, to my husband, to my wife, to my car, to my house. Just now I was in Washington, and in that house all the 4 bedrooms were taken by my whole team. And whole family was sleeping in the basement, and some of the people were sleeping in the neighbor's house. They were good neighbors. Somebody came to see me, and I said to them, I said, there's the kitchen, go feed yourself and go and clean and help, whatever. Because until I am here, this is not house of so-and-so. This is my house. So don't call me to your house, because if I come there, sab gup, I will take it over. It's very dangerous to call me. Long ago, there's a story within the story now. See, long ago, I think so it was 1988, I was doing a small gathering in Delhi in a Sikh gentleman's house. His daughter was my disciple, so she took me to this house, and we were some 30 people, so I would hold 2 sessions in a day and things were happening. So this Sikh gentleman, very nice, kind, generous man, he said, this is your house. I said, I don't believe you. Give me papers. You know, today you are in a good mood, you are saying this is your house, and tomorrow you would say, get out, this is my house, so I don't believe you. Well, he never made any papers. He was a smart man. But you know, sometimes people out of love's sake, exhibit this kind of, and they say, aapka hi hai. But no, I don't believe you. So I was saying, until I am in this house, whosoever comes, they are my guest. So feed them all, as we do in our ashram. Nobody goes without food. So make sure that everybody eats. And you know, that day the food was cooked, I think so, for 12 people, and we have some, I think so, 20 people visiting me. And as I was about to retire, I said, are you going to serve everybody? Oh, yes, we will. And the lady said, this I don't know how it happens. Every time it has occurred that we'll cook for, say, 12 or 15 people, and we have another 15, 20 visitors. But they said, Gurumaa, it's your kitchen, and the food is never done. We always have surplus. So what was cooked for 15 was eaten by 35 people. I said, the day I walk out, it's your house. Until I am here, it's mine. I can't live in anybody's place. You know, the queen has to have her palace everywhere. That's the Leela of the divinity, that the palace is given everywhere. Now, when people have attachment, they are worried about their things for which they are attached. And you totally forgot this thing, that when you were not there in this gross body, that house was there. A day will come, your gross body would die, the house will be still there. And yet you cry and thump your chest by saying, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Is it actually? It's not. But yet the silly mind creates these attachments. And why you do that? One, you created the attachment with the physical body first. And you forgot that this body is a rented property. You are not owner. You are not the owner. Right, Ileana? You are not the owner. No. This house of body has been given to you for some years. Use it. Don't abuse it. But don't think it's you. See how selfish you people are. When these hairs are on the head, oh, I'm so beautiful, I have beautiful luscious hair. Then you comb, and few hair strands come in the comb, and then you just throw it in the garbage. How selfish. Or should I say, how unselfish. You never bother about those hair strands. You cut the nails, you throw it in the garbage. Just a little while ago you were saying, oh, my nails are so good. But when you groomed it, you cut it, you filed it, and you threw all those cut nails in the garbage, do you cry after that? Oh, my beautiful hair, oh, my beautiful nails. No, you don't. A day will come when prana will move out of this body, meaning the subtle body will move out. You will not even pay a second glance onto this gross body back again. You will just throw it, you will just leave it, and the subtle body moves away as the wind moves from one place to another. But yet, being in this body, you have foolishly seeing this body as me and it's not you. The eyes are seeing, a time comes the eyesight gets weaker, the fire of these eyes gets weaker. Then people say, now my eyes can't see. But initially it was, I can see nicely. Then a time comes, I cannot see without glasses. Then for some people who have diabetes, uncontrolled, they lose their eyesight. And then they say, I can't see absolutely nothing. If one or four or all five senses stop working, does it make any difference to your existence? Actually, no. The grass body is there. A day it will come, it will die. Will it make any difference to your existence? No. The grass body keeps on changing. Every birth there is a new. Even in this birth, your body is changing every second. Right? You get an injury on the skin. In how many weeks the skin will grow back? 2 weeks. You break a bone. In how many weeks the bone will be fine? 16. In 6 months' time, every cell of your bone changes. It's a new body. In 7 years, it's absolute new body. So if your physical age is 21, how many bodies have changed? If your age is 70, how many bodies have changed? And yet, at every stage you said, this is me, this is me, this is me, this is me, this is... And one day this body will die, then the mind won't be there to say, this is me. But this grass body is not you. So if you have a clear vision, or if you have a disabled vision, it is happening in the senses and not in you. Wow.